We're on the Manhunt. I am joined now by Lenny DePaul, former Chief and Commander Inspector with the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force. Great to see you. Good morning. So it's been 96 hours since the shooting. The NYPD says they believe the shooter has officially left the city. So what happens next, Lenny? Where do they look now?
Well, first of all, Hena, let's back up a little bit. I mean, I salute the NYPD for, they've been knocking on doors, Q&A and people. They hit the bricks. The collection's been important with the video and whatnot that they put together. But they're chasing a ghost. I mean, thankfully, this guy is dropping breadcrumbs along the way. I mean, he's pretty sloppy, actually, with respect to the burner phone that they picked up. And I know he was seen on camera actually on the phone. So it'll be interesting to see or hear what kind of, what they collected on inbound and outbound calls with that. The Starbucks paraphernalia that he picked up, they're collecting DNA from that too as well. And now the backpack. I know that's in for processing and also be interesting to see what comes out of that. But again, they're chasing a ghost, and thankfully, as you just said, there's a $50,000 or $60,000 reward out there. The streets talk. The photos being plastered all over social media and whatnot. So hopefully it's just a matter of time.
We know that the FBI is now assisting the NYPD. Is it likely that other departments, federal departments, can get involved as well?
I did speak to some folks on my former task force, the U.S. Marshal, who are the premier agency in this country in finding people. They're ready to hit the ground running here in New York. They're the best in the business, and once they get somebody identified, I'm hoping they jump in with 2 feet.
Well, Lenny, I've been excited to talk to you because you do have a unique perspective from your time with the Fugitive Task Force. How much more difficult does it become to find the suspect as time passes? On TV, they say it's the first 48 hours that are crucial. We're now 96 hours after the shooting.
Time is on our side. I mean, like I said, he's pretty sloppy. It's going to be a matter of time. They're flipping their worlds upside down to include Mr. Thompson. I mean, they got to look at that trusted circle of friends. That digital footprint's going to be important. I know he's had some threats in the past and whatnot, but and I always say you can run, but you can't hide. And when you run, you only go to jail tired.
I don't know if you heard our correspondent Caitlin Becker talk about how for some people, the shooter has become a folk hero on social media. I was reading some of the comments that she mentioned. What role could that play in the public possibly, potentially not assisting police in finding the suspect or the shooter?
As she had stated, it could hurt if they're not going to respond if they do see him or if they see a suspect. But law enforcement, they gotta leave no stones unturned. I mean, they're going to vet every tip that comes in. They have to. But the public needs to remain vigilant. I mean, they have not recovered the weapon. This guy obviously is pretty dangerous. Thankfully, he pulled his mask down and flirted with the receptionist at the hostel. But and again, like I said, I just think it's going to be a matter of time on what happens. The public, we need their help. Again, his photo's out there. Somebody's going to make a phone call. That's $60,000. Like I said, the streets talk, and hopefully they put this thing to bed sooner than later. The big question is, Hannah, what happens once that noose starts tightening? They get a perimeter set up on this guy. Is it suicide by cop? I mean, you got to really be careful with somebody like this.
Yeah, somebody has to know him, especially with these pictures plastered all over the country. Lenny, if you were searching for the suspect, what would you be doing right now to get a lead?
Oh, like I said, it's all about collection, human intelligence, signal intelligence. That burner phone's important, those calls that were outbound, inbound. He was seen on the phone, so obviously he was making calls. We love stuff like that. I mean, it's like we're connecting the dots, putting the puzzle together. I wouldn't be surprised, and I understand keeping things close to the vest, but they may have him identified already. In law enforcement, I know in my world, in chasing human beings for the past 3 decades, across the globe, you got to be careful with what you put out there. But they're doing it by the numbers, and I think it's going to be a matter of time. And like I said, I'm more concerned about how this is going to go down, and I hope it goes down without incident.
Lenny, to that point, do you think the NYPD and or the FBI may not be as forthcoming with all the information they may have? Rightfully so. It's an ongoing investigation, but is there a possibility of that?
100%. I mean, I would do it myself, and it's for good reason as well. You don't want to tip your hand. Or you put things out there that kind of, hopefully the suspect zigs when he should have zagged, and you capture him, with respect to that. But it is going to be a matter of time. He's not hiding a lot. I mean, pulling that mask down, smiling on camera, getting that bike, Central Park. I mean, thank God in New York City, you really can't go anywhere without your photo being taken. So they did a great job.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.